Okay, so mine's kind of long. I'm going to read off of this because I'm kind of nervous. Okay, so I'm Alexis Harris. I'm a third year here on campus. Okay, here we go. So I came to faith on August 20th of this year, but before I get into that, I want to talk about what my life was like before. I've been pretty involved on campus ever since my freshman year, doing all that I can to gain experience and just grow as a leader in person. I came into college wanting nothing more than to find myself. I joined Alpha Xi Delta, my second semester of college. So my sister's over there. I was on the orientation team, and I even got accepted to be an RA my sophomore year. On the outside, my life was going exactly how I always wanted college to be, but on the inside, I wasn't happy. I would go so far as to say I was depressed. I had lost my grandpa in the middle of freshman year and had been bullied by my roommates. I continuously tried to repress how I was feeling and not bother anyone with it. So instead of coming to terms with my issues, I started to drink. From the start of 2012 up until coming to faith this past August, I drank every single weekend. The only reason I didn't was if I was visiting family or if I finally agreed to be the designated driver for once, which was something I always tried to get out of. I started relying on the weekends to drink and numb myself from the pain I was feeling. At the start of my sophomore year, I even started smoking marijuana because alcohol just wasn't enough anymore. My party self became what I was known for in my group of friends, and ending my nights in tears or yelling at a friend was not out of the ordinary. I got to the point where my sadness and depression was normal, and I had given up on trying to heal and change my life. I was so accustomed to my ways that it just seemed easier to remain stuck. This past summer, I had an amazing time. I tried new things, I made new friends. I had experiences I will always remember. But underneath all of that, this summer was the worst I've ever had. I was drinking and smoking any chance I had because it was normal, but I was so sad all of the time. I was unhealthy, not only emotionally, but physically and spiritually more than it all. I remember drinking 3 days straight, August 15th, 16th, and 17th. Not more than usual, just getting drunk each night, which wasn't out of the norm. I woke up on the 18th feeling completely horrible. I wasn't hungover, but my entire body hurt. I was so unhappy with myself and where I was at. I stayed in bed that whole day without eating or drinking anything. I just slept. I remember checking my phone at one point and having a text from my roommate, Ariel, who was over there. She invited me to go to church with her and another friend of mine, Kat, who was also over there. At this point, I called myself a Christian. I would go to church sometimes, take in the message, then drink or smoke the next day. But something was telling me to take the invitation this time. I went to church and just cried at the end of the message. I didn't let anyone see my tears, but they were there. I decided to change my life right then and there, but I didn't accept the altar call. I was too scared. Fast forward to 2 days later at ASI retreat, where our campus's student government goes away to bond for the school year. I was on a break time with my friend Kat, and we were talking about Jesus. She told me about what it would look like to give my life to God and to walk with Him. And it all sounded great to me. So as we were walking, we were standing over a hill, looking at the clear sky and mountains, and Kat did the prayer with me to receive Christ in my life. I instantly felt better on the inside, called Ariel, who cried on the phone, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was it, that my life would change just like that. I was very, very wrong. Between that August 20th and the weekend of Soul Food, which is a trip with InterVarsity to Catalina Island, were the hardest times for me. I was letting God into a part of my life, only one room of my house, if you will. I was only focusing on the one room in my house that was now clean. I wasn't drinking anymore, I was reading my Bible, I was going to church and InterVarsity. I thought that was all I had to do. But I was ignoring every other room in my house that was still super messy. I was doing this because I didn't know what was holding me back. I was still struggling with smoking with my friends and just giving myself completely to God. My goal for the weekend was to gain freedom from whatever was holding me back, from fully giving my life to Him. I just didn't know what it was. But on November 9th, it changed. I realized at Soul Food that what was holding me back was the fact that I didn't want to bring to life all of the bad things I had done in college. I wanted to forget about it and move on, and didn't realize that I needed to confess these things to God so He could start to help me in my healing of all of it. All of the nights of drinking, smoking, and just doing things I was never really proud of, but did because I thought it was the only way for me to find satisfaction that was never found at all. I was able to confess all of it to my sisters and friends. I was able to cry my eyes out at worship that night and truly feel God's presence completely. People always say they have life-changing experiences, but my life truly changed on November 9th on Catalina Island. Fast forward to now, and I'm happy. I'm content knowing that I'm healed and healing more and more every day from the things in my past. I'm happy knowing that I am a new person and that I'm working each and every day to see myself the way God sees me. This isn't to say that I don't still struggle. I work every single day in my relationship with God, still letting Him into more and more of my days. Some days are better than others, but I finish every day thankful to God because without Him, I wouldn't be where I am. Last page. I wouldn't be out of the depression I lived for almost 2 years, and probably even longer before that. I'm thankful to God for loving me through everything I've ever done and for forgiving me. And more than that, I'm thankful that I have been able to feel that forgiveness. To end this off, I want to share a verse to leave with you all. It's from Psalm 139, verse 14. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. Thank you.